Rematch for what? Like, who is he? He's no one. He can't really punch. He's, like I said, he's a nobody. I'm not making massive money off fighting him. So yeah, it is what it is. But if he feels that bad with it, we can do it on the cobbles tomorrow. If he fancies it, I'll rag him all around the place.
Charlotte Daly here with Mail Sport Boxing. I'm joined by Joe Cordina after his victory this evening. What did you make of that fight? I mean, people are saying controversial decision. Vazquez wasn't particularly happy with the decision, but what do you make of that?
Well, yeah, he can say what he wants. You can't come here. It's not as if I had a home decision. I'm a Cardiff boy fighting in Monaco with 3 neutral judges. So yeah, I won by 4 rounds on 2 of the judges. We are level on the other. So yeah, it is what it is. He's just a bad loser, that's all. And if he can't beat me on my worst night, he got no hope on a good night. So yeah, got the win. We move forward.
He was getting pretty heated in the ring afterwards. He clearly wasn't happy. Would you revisit this with him again? Would you do the rematch, or are you moving on to bigger fights now?
Rematch for what? Who is he? He's no one. He can't really punch. He done a little. He had a little bit of success, and that's only down to myself. And like I said, I was on a bad night. So yeah, but for what? He's like I said, he's a nobody. I'm not making massive money off fighting him. So yeah, it is what it is. But if he feels that bad with it, we can do it on the cobbles tomorrow. If he fancies it, I'll rag him all around the place.
And you enjoyed a lot of success, you know, keeping him at distance and using that jab really well. Was that kind of the game plan going into the fight?
Yeah, but at the same time, sometimes it was nothing was happening, and I was trying to keep it along. And he's saying about Mexican this, that, and he wants to have a fight. So I'm waiting for him to start rushing in and walking onto the shots, but he was just moving about and nothing really happening. So yeah, I was waiting for it, and then I sort of had to go and look for him, and then I was playing into his hands a little bit, and then he was having a little burst and he was going on his bike again. So it is what it is. It was a good fight at times. I boxed well in little spurs of the fight, but not particularly happy with my performance.
He seemed to kind of grow in confidence a little bit when I think it was the 6th round that your gum shield came out. You know, he was giving it to the crowd a little bit and was energised after that. What kind of happened there from your perspective, and could you feel that change of energy within him from that?
No, he didn't punch it out. When I make a noise when I punch, as it popped out, and it was on the end of my mouth. And then he hit me on the side of the head and it just popped out. It wasn't as if he punched it out of my mouth. He couldn't punch at all. It was like fighting a flyweight. He couldn't punch at all, and that's why, like, I was stood, because he couldn't hurt me. I was confident in staying in there. It was literally like a flyweight hitting me.
And I was actually sat next to your wife during the fight. We had a little chat beforehand. She was saying your fight with Rakhimov she couldn't even watch, that she had to watch it back with you the next day. She was kind of the same tonight, head and hands at points, didn't want to watch. Do you think you'll sit down and revisit with her tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe. Well, not tomorrow. I'll probably watch it when I get back to the UK. I'm staying here till Wednesday, so I'll just be floating about, enjoying myself, enjoying time with my wife, and yeah, just going from there. But I won't be watching until I get home.
And enjoying yourself. Will you be going to the casino later tonight, making the most of that?
Yeah, I might do, but I don't want to spend my purse before I get it. So yeah, I'll probably leave that.
And in terms of going forwards, obviously Lee Wood, everyone's talking about that at the moment at City Ground. How are you feeling now about that, having just finished your fight?
Well, you can go to the City Ground. If Eddie pays me, I'll go to the City Ground, but it has to be a lot of money. But yeah, it's a fight that I'm definitely interested in, and I wouldn't mind doing, but I want to fight in my City Ground, or in Cardiff Castle, and he wants to fight in his City Ground. There's a big domestic clash, but there's other fights out there for me. I'm not just hoping on that. There's Navarrete, Oshak Foster. I don't know what's happening with Hector Garcia at the minute. But yeah, then you've got Lee Wood.